What a difference a year can make. Our cancer journey. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, this time last year, exactly at this time last year, my husband had just started chemotherapy, massive doses of chemotherapy for lymphoma cancer. If you don't know those videos, just type in my name, type in lymphoma cancer, and all those videos will likely pop up. And you can go back without me repeating the story for those who have already gone that journey with us. And I just like to update you periodically about what's going on in our life and how everything is doing. And as you all know, I did a video of Jack and Diane, which is my husband and I, our cancer journey. And that was about a week ago. So if you haven't seen my husband, do go back and watch it. As you all know, he's 100% cancer free, according to everything that we've been told. Now, that journey did not come easily in this last year. As those that have watched my videos know, that not only did Jack take terribly sick, but I took sick along the way too. And even though that wasn't with the same thing he was having, but it was a form of an allergic reaction. And that's kind of all I'll talk about with that. But it was a form of an allergic reaction, and what we believe to be an allergic reaction to something. And I was sick for about 2 months with a lot of stomach issues, and I was not in good shape. So not only was he sick going through chemotherapy, but I was sick too for a couple of months. And so we're so grateful to be here today saying that my husband is 100% cancer free, which we don't take for granted, and that I'm well and dancing and running and going to the gym every day for 2 hours a day at the gym, and back into college full time at 65 years old, and just moving along in life. And yet I look back upon last year and how last year was so different than this year. And I don't take any year for granted. I don't take any day for granted. I don't take any month for granted. And I don't take anything as a for sure or as a given. And yet our faith is what really, truly got us through last year. Last year was a very, very, very difficult and challenging time for us. And those videos that I made reflect that journey. And, a year ago, there was so much uncertainty. And, it was a tremendous amount of uncertainty, the unknown. We had never dealt with anything like that before. It came as a surprise. What do we do? What options do we have? We didn't really have many options other than chemotherapy. They wouldn't do surgery. They wouldn't do radiation due to the location of his lymphomas, which were one of them was quite large, sitting next to the heart. And then after the chemo was done and only 25% reduction, I got busy going our holistic way with the approval of the doctors to complement what they had already done. And within about 4 months after that, he became 100% cancer free. Whether it was the chemo, whether it was the diet, whether it was solely a miracle, or whether it was a combination of all of them, I don't know. And all I know is it was a miracle to me, however it came about. And so last year was a very difficult time. And the reason I make these videos periodically about this subject is to give people faith and hope that that you can find your own answers, and keep the faith, keep the hope that things will work in your favor. We were constantly searching for the right answers, especially me. I would sit up late at night researching, diets, what kind of diet to go on, what not to eat, what to eat, to the point that I was very, very meticulous for months with what we ate and what we didn't eat. And my husband stayed on that diet for at least 4 months until the cancer was down to 100% gone. Now, like I said, whether it was the chemo, whether it was the diet, whether it was a combination, or whether it was solely a miracle, I don't know, and I'm not concerned about that. I'm just grateful that he is 100% cancer-free and that I am all well. Now, going forward in life, do I take anything for granted? No, I don't. We don't know what the future holds. And so we live fully in today while planning for tomorrow, while hoping the best, while keeping our faith, and that we believe that all will be well. And yet I realize that in life, the older that you get, things do occur. Things happen in life. And sometimes you get a chuck hole and a ditch. And some people lay there and some people try to get out of it. And, I understand both. Some people just get exhausted and they don't want to try to dig their way out. Other people are willing to do the work to dig their way out. And it may or may not work, but given the option, They would rather try to dig their way out, and that's what we did. And so, yeah, a year can make a tremendous difference in one's life. I went to a church group tonight that I had started a year ago, and exactly at this time. And, you know, I was talking to them tonight about how it was a year ago that I had stepped through their doors and just, you know, just not knowing what the future held. And I am so grateful. I think one of the biggest gifts through this year for me, and I've always been a grateful person, and yet I'm more grateful than ever. I'm grateful to every blessing that I have, and all the things that, you know, kind of bothered me before, I don't get bothered by. And so, you know, it's often we get focused on trivial things that really don't matter in the bigger picture of life. And so when something like what happened last year comes along, it kind of awakens a person to what's truly important. And for me, what's truly important is that we're healthy and that we are focused on the positives of life and enjoying our life with the people that we love. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.